Hi there, and thanks for joining me today. My name is Megan Andrew, and today I'm going to be making a layout based on the Jot Magazine September mood board, which is gorgeous. It's filled with blues and reds and a little bit of black thrown in. So I've gone ahead and pulled out some product just to kind of make my process go a little bit quicker. This is the photo I'm going to be working with today. It's a picture of my daughter on her little red tricycle. I thought that was pretty good for the mood board. I've chosen a few different pattern papers, and these two patterns are brand new from Elle Studio, the Thankful collection, and they're two pieces from the same piece of pattern paper. It's like a divided piece in 6-inch pieces, so I chose those two. And then I also have this one from my stash, which I'm not exactly sure. It could be like an old Studio Texturek pattern. I'm not exactly sure, but what I liked about it is both of these patterns, I have a lot going on here. And this red one is more of a tone on tone, so it doesn't have as much contrast as these two. So I chose that. So those are what's going to go under my picture. This is just a bottom strip from the Thankful collection from Elle Studio, the leaves pattern, and the blue color is really perfect. I have these acetate alphas from an old Studio Calico kit, and I thought that those would be good for my title. I have these Simple Stories DIY stickers because I like that black. I want to use some contrast. I also have some of these crepe paper rub-ons, and I thought these big arrows could be pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have seen My Mind's Eye's new My Story collection, but I purchased the collection kit, and it has some really gorgeous things on it, and I really liked this Remember frame, so I think I'm going to try to work that in. Also have this red and pink heart with the gold outline, and I also grabbed the Studio Calico phrase stickers from 7 paper and some thickers, just plain black. I just wanted something kind of bold and simple and black. I also have this is I believe from a Simple Stories piece of pattern paper. I liked that red hello, so if I need to throw in something else, I might maybe put that hello phrase inside that frame. So I don't know, we're gonna go with it. First, I just want to lay out my overall design. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is mat my photo onto a piece of white cardstock that matches the same background cardstock color. And I am working with Bazzill white on this one. I've gotten really picky about white cardstocks lately because some of them I found to be too gray. So right now at the moment I'm pretty much only using Bazzill white and Bazzill avalanche. Avalanche is quite a bit more like a pure white than the Bazzill white. Bazzill white has a little bit of cream to it, so it's not as like stark white. Okay, there's my photo mat. Next I'm going to decide how I want to do these patterns, because part of me thinks that I could put some of this on the edges. Quite like that, so I think I'm gonna go with that and have the red be a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna grab my clear ruler just to get an idea of what size I need to cut that red. So about 7 inches by about 5 inches. then I'm just going to cut this blue floral down a bit. So I'm going to cut it to about 4 3/4, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, I'll go a little bit less than that. That works out. Okay, and I think I'm going to go with a little bit of wonkiness here just because it's more of a playful kind of layout. It isn't the greatest photo of my daughter, but it still tells a story. It's her on her tricycle, which she absolutely loves. So let me see if I like that there. I think I actually quite like that, and maybe I can do something in the corners here with this one. I'm definitely going to use this strip somewhere. Okay, so now I'm going to bump up my picture with some dimensional adhesive. So we're just going to take the 3 off for right now. Apply that there. And I forgot that I said I was going to do it a bit wonky, so I'm going to kind of put this at a slight angle. Okay, and then I'm going to angle this down a bit. Like that. And for right now I'm going to just keep this so that I can move it around a bit, just in case I decide that I want to do something a bit different and put it down here. My tendency is to maybe put it towards this side of the page because I feel like the weight of it looks better because I have such a big square here. It just feels better to put it over on this side of the page. So I'm gonna just leave it up to okay, and now I'm gonna see where I want my title to go. I still feel like I need to do something in my corners and possibly this corner. Now that I've kind of put that up to that corner, we might want to weigh it, balance it by putting something down here. So I'm going to grab my black thickers. And when I first put these black thickers on, it's going to look a bit jarring, like having this black on the paper, but by the time I get my other supplies on, I feel like I quite like that. but these are always movable, so I'm just gonna kind of play with placement of some embellishments now. And earlier I said I really loved this frame, so I'm gonna pop this out. And at the moment it still has the sticker on the back. Also going to cut out this hello. And that just fits inside there. So I'm going to cut this at an angle. Going to kind of do it based on where the dots are. I feel like putting that there just really helps balance the page a bit. So I'm gonna look at my stickers and rub-ons really quickly because those are black and that's gonna help balance out the black on the page. Let's see, here's the left black ones that I have. I really quite like these big black arrows. These rub-ons are from crepe paper, and I think I have about 3 packs of them. I absolutely love them, especially the ones with the sewing, which I might actually use in a little bit. So another thing I love about rub-ons is if you don't take off the back, you can kind of move them around and get an idea of where you want everything to go, which is really helpful. Because I change my mind a lot. So if I don't have to actually stick it down, then that really helps. And I really like how that black and the big arrows has balanced out the black in the word tricycle. Quite like the "This is the life" sticker. So I'm gonna cut that out just to make sure that I like where I'm going to place it. I'm going to take this My Mind's Eye, My Story heart brad off of here. And with brads to kind of place them, I just fold the backs down to try to get an idea of where I want it to go. Quite like the idea of it there. But I also need something else right in there. Quite like the little things. Because part of me wanted to make the title Little Red Tricycle. So I might cut off things and just put the little. Let's try that. I'm going to stick it on a piece of white cardstock so that I can then cut it out. Yeah, I think that's going to be really cute. And now if I can actually cut it, that's going to be difficult. I was going to try to cut it like a banner, but I don't think I'll be able to because of the T. I could always try it. It's a bit wonky, but I could actually do that and then put my brad there. And then my title would be The Little Red Tricycle. So that is pretty cool. I'm just gonna grab a couple more smaller embellishments just to kind of fill out some of this. Okay, so I've grabbed a few more supplies for my stash. The first thing I'm going to grab is this Highline by Basic Gray chipboard. And I like these arrows here, and I've decided to put some arrows here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because since my title goes around the corner of my picture, it kind of draws your eye along to read the tricycle part of the title, plus it gives a bit more movement to the page, which kind of fits in with the whole idea of Little Red Tricycle. So I'm going to pop that there. Grabbed some flair as well as, I was thinking this is from one of the older Amy Tangerine collections, and this is kind of fabric, which I thought was pretty cool. It gives a bit of texture to the page, and I can just stick this down in the bottom corner. Yep, it's pretty good. I'm still not sure if I'm going to use that there. I think I'm actually going to take that off for right now. This is the Amy Tangerine puffy sticker set, and I was going to see if I could use this hello, make this say hello adventure, just because my daughter says let's go on an adventure quite a lot. So that just kind of reminds me of her. This is another Amy Tangerine, one of these fabric kind of stickers. And there's a heart here. I can move that around. I can just put it there and move it around the page. This is the new Wonder collection by Create Paper, which is really, really beautiful. Quite like this floral, especially because it's red. Just wonder if I can just tuck it here behind my frame. That's quite cool. Okay, so to finish this up, I'm just gonna adhere everything down. Possibly put a bit more black here in this corner, and then some more paint splatters, just around the page. And here's a look at my final layout. Thank you so much for joining me today for this process video. I just want to apologize for some of the technical difficulties I had that caused some jumps in the video. My camera died twice while filming. If you're interested in the products used on this layout, check out the information on the video. I will list all of the products there, and especially you are going to want to check out the new Elle Studio Thankful collection that I used. If you want to submit your own creation for the September mood board for a chance to win a great prize pack from Elle Studio, visit jotmagazine.com. And lastly, if you like my videos, I would love for you to become a subscriber. And I also would love a comment, what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see in future videos. Thank you so much and happy creating!